All right, here we go. Welcome to another video. This is an update about the software as a service business or product that I'm building, Tresor. And today I will talk you through the current status. What have I been building? What will I build next? The current status, the revenue numbers, and basically what works, what doesn't work, and what the next steps are for me. So let's get right into it. This is Tresor One, portfolio performance tracking tool. By now, there have been a lot of updates in the last month or whatever, since the last video, of course, as well. But in general, the whole thing is becoming a lot more stable, which is awesome. So I have like less anxiety when a lot of stuff is going on, when many people visit or when it's shared somewhere. I'm not worried too much that I have angry emails in the morning that something doesn't work. So this is awesome. It becomes quite stable, and the database migration is also complete. That means a lot of things that have been flaky have been sorted out. Of course, there's still stuff that doesn't work. I still have the occasional error on that I see in the server logs because some data could not be loaded. Data from Yahoo Finance or something like this. So this, of course, happens every now and then, but it's way, way, way less than in the beginning. And this is a good feeling. Also, when I just don't do anything on a Sunday or whatever, I'm out with my wife or friends, and I don't worry much anymore. So this is really good, also for my health, that everything is becoming a little bit more stable. So that's great. I'm constantly adding features. As it's stable like this, it feels very good and very productive to add features. The code is being, is nicely and clean. That means I can add features without a lot of, spaghetti code and worry about that something breaks on production. So I'm constantly adding features. I'm adding features fast, and actually, if I look back sometimes, I'm wondering, like a month ago, I had much different problems to solve and much different problems that I worried about regarding the product. But I get to that in a second. So I feel also like I'm getting more feature complete before I have to break out into like some huge new things like multi-currency or internationalization. But the whole thing is getting more and more mature and feature complete. And I noticed this also by less people requesting features. That doesn't mean there isn't a lot still to do. There is a lot to do. There's always something to do. But I feel, like kind of like the 80-20 rule, a lot that is currently in there is already enough for many people. And I personally also switched from other tools completely already, as almost everything I need is in there, and the stuff that is not in there that I personally would like to is a nice to have, not a must have. So I guess a lot of users feel that way. But I can definitely say it's a product that is already valuable enough for people to sign up and use it every day, and for people to pay for. So also if I look at the pricing tables here, I completely removed what was planned. So I had there what is currently available and what is planned. And I completely removed the planned features simply because it's creating a lot of expectations from the user, and they might sign up and are unhappy because they expected that they get more from it or something. And also it's a lot of pressure for me to live up to the promise and deliver that. But maybe stuff changes, prioritization changes. So it was a lot of like promising is not a good thing, and I was also scared that I will increase subscriber churn for the paid customers here. So I completely removed what is planned and only display what is ready, what is finished, what people can expect. When they sign up, they get this. When they pay, they get this. And I will add features to this, of course, as soon as they are done. So again, it's getting a bit more into the direction of being feature complete, and that's a very good feeling. because it also means I can kind of like spread it and know there will be some conversion. Some people will sign up because they find it valuable. Some people will pay it because they find it valuable. And this is a big foundation for the next steps, which I'm getting to in a second. So as I'm continue to build, again, there is some stuff I still need to build, like the performance graphs here and graphs that you can compare your current development graph with, like the invested capital, or with the performance graph you want to compare it to the S&P 500 or MSCI World or something like this. So yeah, this kind of stuff is still missing. But last time I mentioned that I wanted to build a community, and this is something where I had good discussions on Twitter and on Indie Hackers with other people that build their own applications, and with some power users, let's say from Tresor One, I also had conversations with, and basically I was convinced to not do that. So instead of like creating a forum, and then having to, like, if you are trying to build a community, a lot of work goes into maintaining that and, creating content and keeping it alive so it doesn't become a desert. And this would really move my focus away from product development into community building. So I thought about it again. What are my goals with it? I wanted to reactivate users from the past. So users that have been signed up and haven't looked in it for a while. And I wanted to update users about what's new, because this request I got a lot. I'm writing blog posts here on the big features, but there are many small features, and people just don't know when a new blog post is coming out. So there were a lot of users that simply wanted to stay up to date about updates that are coming out. So I said, okay, I will go for the thing that everyone says is still the best marketing tool, and that is email. So what I did is I put the sign up button here for people that would like to get updates, and I included the currently registered users for two reasons. First, if I send out the first email, the people that do not want these emails will unsubscribe immediately, so they are out of my system. The people that do not want to use Tresor at all will write me to delete their account. So in the beginning, I think there were a lot of people that signed up, tried it, but they didn't found it valuable, so they don't care anymore. And people that like to use it or that like the product, they will see what's new and can use it. So I think it benefits most of the users, but of course, in general, this should be opt-in. And it is from now on. So I did this already. First email went out this morning. I got lots of people visiting, checking out the site today. So I have 7 active people right now, which is bigger than usual. So normally I have 2-3 people on the site at the same time. But today it was like constantly between 7 and 12 or something. So I guess this is because of that email, and I had 2 people writing me to delete their account, which is good. I don't like to have like waste accounts in the system, so I rather have them removed. And I got even a sign up, and I will get to this to the signups also in a second. So that's the email part. So that's the community part. So I won't build a dedicated community like this, but I still plan to have a site called community where I have rankings of the biggest public portfolios, rankings of the most traded stocks, and statistics like this. So I still plan to make a connection between the users, because currently it's basically you are a user and you use it for your own, but I would like to connect it a little bit for those users that want to. So if you are or if a user likes to share the portfolio, I also want to display like how many visits or likes they got or something like this. So I still want to socialize or make it more social in general. This is one thing. But let's look at some of the numbers. So you just saw there are some active customers. There are some active users right now that use it. We have a ton on mobile. So I'm currently working on a better mobile view with some upgrades and some layout fixes here and there. But I think this is attributable to the email this morning. Regarding signups. So I'm not spreading it currently, right? So I don't put it on Reddit. I don't post anything anywhere except on Twitter and on YouTube. But there, it's like everyone who follows me already knows that I'm working on this. So I don't get new visitors through Twitter and YouTube, mostly at least. The biggest, let's say, acquisition channels were for me when I posted updates into forums like Reddit, for example. I stopped this, as I mentioned in the previous video, so the signups went down. So instead of like 10 to 20 or even 30 signups a day, I'm currently having like 5 to 10 signups a day. Sometimes a bit less, it depends on the traffic, but I'm not actively doing something to get more traffic. And this is pretty interesting because in general, the fact that I have signups regularly every day without doing anything means there is some, social sharing going on. People will find it, maybe also through some search engine optimization through the to the blog and stuff like this. So simply organic traffic, which is great. And I have about 1 subscriber per day. So as you can see, I also got 1 subscriber today. And this is basically the subscriber count going up over the past days. Here it went down 1, but I don't know why. I don't have anyone that unsubscribed. So I'm not sure what Stripe is showing me here. Maybe it was a subscriber that has a coupon, like a discount, but I'm not entirely sure. So in general, it goes up. I'm now at €80 recurring revenue per month, which is fantastic. I think from the recurring costs that I have, they are already lower. So I'm kind of profitable, but I still have one-time payments to do every now and then. So for example, this month I paid the most awesome designer that I know for the logo. So I have a new logo now. Everything looks a bit more professional. And I paid him. And this is, of course, a one-time expense. And of course, then this month is not profitable. But I also expect a few more one-time expenses in the next months. But in general, it's pretty awesome to see that the recurring revenue is already a bit higher than the recurring costs that I currently have for like servers, domain, all that kind of stuff. But it's razor thin, but still. So that means I earn like, I don't know, half a cent or a tenth of a cent per hour currently, but I earn something, which is fantastic. All of this combined, I don't spread it currently. I don't spread Tresor. I still gain paid subscribers. I gain signups. And I have kind of a feature complete product. So, or let's say I have a product that adds value to both paying customers and free customers, enough that they sign up for both. And the conversion is kind of okay. So from a traffic perspective, most of the traffic that I get are returning visitors. So again, new visitors are not that big. And that means for me that I want to add more new visitors. So I want to spread it. I want to grow because I think it will give me more signups. It will give me more subscribers. I just have to spread it out. And this is basically like doing marketing, right? You have something that works, that you can sell, and now you have to spread it. And this is something that I will focus on, not in terms of it will consume most of my time, but it's something that I will actively pursue now. So I still will spend most of my time that I put into Tresor One into product development, of course, simply because it takes the most time. But I have some strategies that I will try out to get more new people onto the site. And as soon as they are on here on the site, see what it's about, see the benefits, etc., it seems like, they sign up, and some even start being a paying subscriber. Again, the conversion rate here is under 2%, but this is wrong. Also here, the conversion rate for like Tresor One Plus, so the paid subscription, this is wrong. This is when people don't accept the cookie banner, then I can track it. So the stats here are a bit lower than what is real. And as I'm gaining a subscriber every day, I'm not sure if they accepted the cookie banner after or not at all, or used a different browser or something like this. So Google Analytics is not very reliable when I use the cookie banner, and it's really like opt-in. So when people join the site, they're not tracked until they accept this cookie banner. And again, I'm not tracking here individuals, I'm tracking anonymized overall audience data to know roughly what is happening. So I know that how many people come to the site and how many people sign up and subscribe. So I use for my measures of how many people, like the conversion rate in general, I look at Stripe and I look at Auth0, how many people sign up, how many people subscribe. I don't calculate it against these visitors here, but it's something I could do. But in general, for me, it's like currently, let's say 5 subscribers per week. New subscribers is pretty great, and 10 signups per day is also something I'm happy about if I don't do anything. But again, I have a few strategies that I will try out to grow that, to grow traffic, and therefore grow people that sign up and grow people that pay or that come into the paid subscriber plan. Those strategies I will show you in different videos. So I will first do them and then show you what I planned, what were the results, what came out of it, etc. I think it will be very, very interesting for anyone building their own product. And let's see. I have to spend some money also on some of these strategies. On others, I have to spend some time. But we will see where it goes. So in general, growth is the main focus now. And other than that, I will continue to add features, of course. Thankful for everyone that is writing me. I still get feedback every day, have great conversations, and some power users that really challenge me on a lot of this stuff, especially on like calculations that happen here. So that's really awesome. It's still a lot of fun to work on it. I don't expect this to go down at all. Simply awesome to work on their own product and to grow it and to do everything around it. Marketing, sales, customer support, product building, pricing. It's really nice. That has been the update for today. I don't think there is anything I missed. Growth is great, the current growth, and I think it can continue like this. Let's hope for the best and stick around. You will see what's happening. See you in the next one. Peace.